Hello everyone, and welcome back. In today's episode, we are going to explore the past continuous tense in a simple and natural way. Let's begin with a question. What were you doing yesterday at a specific moment? Maybe at 8 in the evening. Maybe in the afternoon. Try to picture that moment. Were you watching television? Were you eating dinner? Were you talking to someone? This is exactly where the past continuous comes in. We use the past continuous to talk about actions that were in progress at a specific moment in the past. Not just something that happened, but something that was happening. For example, I was watching a movie. She was reading a book. They were playing outside. These sentences describe actions in the middle of happening in the past. Now, let's look at how to form it. It is very simple. We use the subject, then was or were, then a verb ending in ing. For example, I was working. You were studying. He was sleeping. They were talking. Instead of memorizing this, try to feel it. It is like going back in time and pressing pause on moment. You are inside the action. Now let's compare it with the past simple. The past simple says, I watched a movie. That action is finished. But the past continuous says, I was watching a movie. Now we are inside the action, in the middle of it. Let's make this clearer with a small story. Imagine this. Last night, at 9 o'clock, you were at home. The television was on. You were sitting on the sofa. You were watching your favorite show. Then suddenly, your phone rang. Listen to this sentence. I was watching television when my phone rang. This is a very common structure in English. We use the past continuous for the action in progress, and the past simple for the action that interrupts it. Here is another example. She was walking in the park when it started to rain. Again, one action was in progress, and another action happened suddenly. Now let's look at negative sentences. To make the past continuous negative, we add not. For example, I was not sleeping. They were not listening. He was not working. You can also use the short forms. I was not becomes I wasn't. They were not becomes they weren't. Now, questions. We change the order. Were you working? Was she studying? Were they watching television? Very simple and very common in conversations. Now here is another important use. We use the past continuous to describe the background of a story. For example, it was raining. People were walking quickly. Cars were moving slowly. These sentences create a scene. They help the listener imagine what was happening at that moment. Let's try one more example. Imagine you arrive at a cafe. What do you see? People were talking. Someone was working on a laptop. Music was playing in the background. You are not talking about one finished action. You are describing a living moment in the past. So here is a simple way to remember. The past continuous describes an action in progress in the past. It answers the question, what was happening? Before we finish, try this. Think about yesterday at a specific time. Ask yourself, what was I doing? Maybe, I was studying. I was cooking. I was talking to a friend. If you can answer that question, you are already using the past continuous. Thanks for listening, and see you in the next episode.